Hello there, 7th graders. This is Mr. Kashi speaking. As you can see, I won't be in today, but that doesn't mean we can't go over the lesson together. Our schedule for the day is up on the board. If attendance hasn't been taken, please have the sub do so. I will be collecting your homework because I won't be there to show you the answers. You will just collect it. I'll correct it on my own and give you your feedback. Our main part of the lesson today is going to be on 8.4, areas of other figures. I'll explain more about that once we get there. And today, your homework will be on the worksheet. 8.4 worksheet, you'll choose between the practice or reteaching versions. So, you should have notes printed out for you. The first slide is as follows. It probably will not be 216 today. So, areas of other figures. So, the first other figure that we're going to talk about is the trapezoid. And just like we did with the triangle, we have to really think about a trapezoid in different ways. So, instead of thinking of a trapezoid the normal way, what I would like you to do is think of it as a parallelogram, but split into two different trapezoids. Okay. Now, it's not exactly half. Like a triangle, so we have to be very careful on how we calculate the area of a trapezoid. But if we were to cut a parallelogram down somewhere, split it in two, as long as that cut is not going through vertices, it's going to make two trapezoids. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a different way on how we are going to calculate that. Now, just like I showed you with the triangle, we're going to be able to cut this trapezoid and see it in a different way. So if I have a trapezoid like this, and then I take off that one side and bring it over and flip it, I should be able to line that up and create a rectangle. Okay. Now, if you can notice, we're still going to call it the base and the height, but this the length of this rectangle is different than the length of this side, and it's also different than the length of the side that was here, a lot longer. It's actually somewhere in the middle, and for a trapezoid it's actually exactly in the middle. So what we have to do is we have to find the average of the two bases and then multiply it by the height. Okay, so our equation for the area of a trapezoid is going to be base 1 plus base 2. We're going to divide that by 2 because there's two of them, and then we're going to multiply that by the height. Okay, so we're going to be going through multiple examples like this, and base 1 is usually the shorter of the two bases, just for reference. Okay, you can pause the video if you need to copy that, if you need more time to copy that down. But moving on. So we have two bases and then the height. So in this case, this would probably be base 1, and base 2 would be down here. The longer one is usually the second one. So now we have two definitions. We have the base of a trapezoid, which is two parallel sides of the trapezoid, and the height of a trapezoid, which is a little longer, the length of the perpendicular line segment connecting the two bases. Okay, so the height is in red right here, and that's that kind of imaginary line that is perpendicular to the two bases. If you need extra time to write that down, just have the sub pause the video, and you can take as much time as you need to copy that down onto your vocab sheet that should already be out. Okay, our first example here is finding the approximate area of the state of Arkansas. So they give us some measurements here. This would probably be base 1 right there, and then base 2 would be up here, and then this would be our height right there. Okay, so because we know this because these two bases are the ones that are parallel. So we have to find the area of the state of Arkansas by using our area formula for a trapezoid, B1 plus B2 over 2, and we're going to multiply that by the height. Okay? So the first thing we would do is take 190, add it to 250, and divide by 2. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take what we found there and we're going to multiply it by 242. So one thing at a time here. 190 plus 250 divided by 2, that is going to be equal to 220. And we're going to multiply that by 242. And when we multiply those two together, we get 53,240. And remember how we want to label these is in square units, and in this case it's going to be square miles. Okay, square miles. Make sure that you box your answer on that one. So Arkansas is kind of in the general shape of a trapezoid. Obviously there's some area there that we're not accounting for, but the approximate land area of Arkansas would be 53,240 square miles with the information given. Okay, so that's one example of how we would find the area of a trapezoid. Now we're also going to be finding areas of just multiple figures that have multiple polygons put together. So in this case, we have to find the whole area of the whole figure in blue. But they give us a lot of information, but some of it we have to find on our own. Okay, so the length of this green line we need to find for the area of this trapezoid right here. Hopefully we can find the area of this already, just because we know that the length is 15 and the width is 12. Okay, so when we do 15 times 12, we should get an area of 180 square feet right there. Now the area of this trapezoid is a little tricky, because this 27 feet, that's talking about this whole length right here, but we don't need that whole length. We just need the length, or which would end up to be the height of our trapezoid. And how we do that is we're going to have the 27 feet, that's the whole length, and we're going to subtract this 15 right here. 27 minus 15, that gives us 12 feet. That will be the height of our trapezoid. The other piece of information that's missing is our second base right there. That base is going to be, actually, if you take a look, we have to take that whole thing right there, the 12 feet on the other side, and we're going to subtract the 9 feet that's already here. Okay, and 12 minus 9, that'll give us 3. So this is 3 feet for the second base. Okay, so remembering our formula for the area of a trapezoid is going to be base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiplied by the height. So in this specific case, we're going to have 3 plus 12 over 2 times, the height is 12 as well. Don't be confused that one of the bases is 12 and the other and the height is 12 as well. So 3 plus 12 would be 15. 15 over 2. Now 15 over 2, that actually is, that doesn't come out as a whole number, but that's actually 7.5 times 12. And 7.5 times 12, that comes out to be 90 square feet. 90 square feet. So now what we have to do is we have to take the area of the rectangle on the left, which is 180 square feet, and we have to add the area of this trapezoid at the right, which is 90 square feet. And when we add those two together, we should get a sum of 270 square feet. So this is a rather long example. You're going to have 2 or 3 of these to complete on your homework, and they're not always going to just give you the dimensions. You're going to have to find out things like the second base is 3 feet and the height is 12 feet. You are able to figure everything out, but they might just not lay it out for you or spoon feed you in a sense. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, you can go right ahead. I know it's a lot of writing, but you can take as long as you need to go through that example. But moving on, our homework for today is going to be worksheet 8.4. You may come up to the board, come up to the front of the room when the sub allows you to, and choose either reteaching 8.4 or the practice 8.4. I'll be taking any questions that you guys have the next time I'm in class, and I will see you all then.